Hello, this is my review of the second movie in this collection, Violent Shit 2, Mother Hold My Hand, or MHMH, Mother Hold My Hand. But anyways, this one continues from like 20 years from where the first one left off. Carl the Butcher's son is fully grown, and it's his birthday, so for his birthday, his mother gets him a machete. Yeah, uh, gets a meat cleaver. My bad. Gets him a meat cleaver and says, "Go wild." And so, what this one has going for it is this one actually has more of a plot. Not too much of a plot, but it's got more of a plot than what the first one was. Like, there's actually dialogue in it. There was dialogue in the original, but Carl the Butcher actually speaks in this. Carl the Butcher Jr. is his name. That's what he looks like. Um, but yeah, this is my favorite one out of the series. The first death of the film is between these drug dealers. Um, they're they're just trying to get their deal done, and what ends up happening is it ends up turning into a karate fight, and what ends up happening is all of them end up dying because one of the guys is just too damn badass. But then all of a sudden, Carl the Butcher appears and says, "Kill," and literally runs straight into him, takes the machete. Is it? I think it's a machete. It's a pretty long blade, but anyways, it's been a while since I've watched it, but yeah, I can't remember every weapon he uses because he uses a bunch of different weapons in this. But anyways, he runs so fast and slices the dude's neck, and you just see a beautiful, gory shot of the prosthetic, of the blood just pouring out of the prosthetic, and I'm like, oh, that's a good way to start it off. But then you get the theme song, which goes on for an incredibly long time. It plays the whole dang theme song over the opening credits. Violent Shit by Vice Versa. I've never really listened to a whole lot of Vice Versa, but um um nothing against the band or anything, but like I just couldn't uh delve with the song. But yeah. Um then after that it starts up, you're getting introduced to a documentarian. He's he's documenting the story of Carl the Butcher and what happened to Carl the Butcher, like how he died and everything, and how nobody was ever found. All of the victims were laid dead and buried and whatnot. I think he said over 17 bodies, over 22 bodies. But anyways, he no, I think what he ends up saying is countless bodies. So yeah, and what ends up happening is after we get that, we then get introduced to Mother, Carl the Butcher's mother, and you may ask, well, how does Carl the Butcher have a mother when Carl the Butcher Jr. have a mother when Carl the Butcher didn't have intercourse with anybody in the first one? It's something they had to make up for the movie, because they were trying to get in on the Jason craze in 1992. Let me see. Yep, 1992. Whew, 22 years old. Not 22 years old, 32 years old. Whew, 32 years old this movie is. But anyways, uh, she says to him, "Carl, I loved your father very, very much. And one thing I want from you is to make your father happy. So go out and kill everybody for me. It would make your father happy." So he literally goes on a killing spree from the woodlands of Germany to like a construction yard, to a fishing spot, to a campsite. You get testicular mutilation in this, so yeah. Um, you get you get ripped off heads. Yep, yep. If I remember correctly, this is the one with the decapitation in it. What he does is he takes some blades, wraps them in a rope, throws them, and pulls off a girl's head, and I'm like, whoa. But yeah, these movies are fun in my eyes, especially the second one. The second one I can have some really good fun with. And do I consider these guilty pleasures? No, because I know what they were going for, and this is the kind of stuff I like. B movies with lots of gore and fun kills. When it comes to the B movie side, well then again, Friday the 13th is considered a B movie, but Friday the 13th is my favorite horror film series. But yeah, I give respect to Andres Chinas for putting these movies out. He put out another movie that I'd love to see Unearthed Films get a hold of. I'd love to see them get a hold of this movie called Nikos the Impaler. That was uh, Andres Chinas's, I want to say it was his first American movie because Felissa Rose is in it. Lloyd Kaufman makes an appearance in it. Debbie Rochon's in it. Sorry, I got a little bit something stuck in my tooth. But yeah, definitely a worthy sequel. Um, it's got more blood, more gore. Definitely doesn't take itself too seriously. And there's a freaking training montage in here. And I'm just cracking up laughing at that. So you know the director isn't taking it too seriously. But yeah, for those wondering what's inside, I'll actually open it up here. I know that some versions of this actually came with a poster, but mine didn't. But what it comes with is this insert. And what's on this insert is a history of Andre Chanas and the Violent Shit series. And it's well worth the read. And here, this there was a set back in, I want to say 2008, 2009, but it was only in Germany. The DVDs looked like this. Yeah, the separate DVDs looked like this. And Carl the Butcher did not look like that in the first one. He was just a regular man. Well, regular is kind of pushing it. He was a man with no mask on, and he had coveralls on. But then there's the third one, which I'm not the biggest fan of the third one. I will get to it eventually, but not at this moment in time. But Zombie 90, I I can take it or leave it. I'm glad to have it as part of the collection, but the only thing that's going for this one is good zombie gore. So yeah. And even the zombies are literally like Carl the Butcher. They're slashers. They're slasher zombies, which never thought I'd say that in a movie. But I'll get to Zombie 90 eventually. But anyways, that is my review of Violent Shit 2, Mother Hold My Hand. Trying to see if I can say anything more about this film. Mm, um, actually, what I'll actually look at some of the facts here to find some little trivia. Okay, 1992. Okay. Okay. A loose continuation of the original storyline, the surreal sequel would see Shanaz featuring as Carl Jr., aka Carl the Butcher Jr., son of the first film's killer, who relishes in carrying on his father's gruesome legacy. Though as many outlandishly over the top through as outlandishly over the top murders as possible. The film, like its predecessor, was released straight to video and almost immediately seized by censors, an act that young Andreas took great pride in. Yeah, the thing about these movies, because they were so gory at the time, Germany kept on trying to pretty much take them off of video store shelves on actual, like, I don't know what the German equivalent of Walmart would be, but um, yeah, they tried to pretty much ban it, um, and so yeah, I love these films, especially the second one. The second one, the third one, it's got some camp to it. It's got some camp to it. Like some of the screams in it are pretty darn funny. Uh, I'll I'll get to that when I get to the third one, but yeah, probably the worst one when it comes to the violent shit movies is the fourth one. And it's no fault on the story or anything. It's the actors. Like some of the actors just couldn't act their way out of a paper bag, but I think that's because with Violent Shit 4.0, what they did was they actually had heavy metal artists playing the parts, and they played themselves. So yeah, that might be just them just acting acting in their heavy metal personas. So if that's the case, then cool. Magdalena Colley's in it. She's from the movie Unrated. If anybody has seen that movie, Timo Rose made it. Unrated, really funny movie. Funny, but so gory. Not as gory as Dead Alive, but definitely check out Unrated. There's actually a part two, but I haven't seen part two. But the first one's called Unrated the movie. But definitely check out this set. You can always pick it up for fairly cheap. Um, I got my copy for about $27, but it fluctuates from about $27 to about $21. Definitely pick this up for $21 because you get 5 movies. You get special features on the bonus disc, which also comes with the extra movie, and you get a nice little insert, and it's a surprise if you get the poster. So definitely check these out. If you're into gore, if you're into humor, if you're into like the whole splatter flick movement, definitely check this out. Well worth your time, especially if you want to see where history was from, like the history of shot on video. If you like shot on video, if you don't, like, I can totally understand somebody not liking these movies, but definitely check these movies out. Uh, Trying to think of anything else to say before I head off. Um, that's about it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the review, and I will catch y'all later. Bye. Psychopathic1 signing out.